Hi folks, I hope you're well. Today we are looking at a tutorial for the D Aegean. These patterns can be used on other scales as well, so don't worry, but this is for those of you who've been asking for the D Aegean. I don't have one though, so I'm playing this on my Neotone digital handpan. Don't worry, you don't need a digital handpan to do this. All of the skills are exactly the same. It should hopefully feel exactly the same as a regular handpan tutorial. So, the melody will look like this. Nice and simple, nice and gentle, really meditative. Let me show you how it works. So we're switching between two chords here. The first one is our F sharp minor. We're moving between note 1 and note 3. And the groove is this. Left, right, slap. Left, right, slap. Try it. Left, right, slap. Left, right, slap. Left, right, slap. Nice. And then we're going to put a little double in there and just loop that. So it goes left, right, slap, and left, right, slap. 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 Left, right, slap, and left. Beautiful. Then we'll take that exact same concept and move it, instead of here on these two notes, we'll move it to these two notes. So now we're moving on to the ding and note 2, which means that we're swapping our hands around. Now we're playing right, left, slap, and right, left, slap, right, left. So we're switched roles. Try that with me. Right, left, slap, and right, left, slap. Here we go. Right, left, slap, and right, left, slap, and again. Right, left, slap, and right, left, slap, and again. Right, left, slap, and right, left, slap, and again. Right, left, slap, and right, left, slap. One more time. Beautiful. So, now let's switch between those two chords. So we've got these two notes here, and then these two notes here. Let's see how that sounds. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Left, right, slap, and left. Now switch to right, left. Now switch. Now switch. And change. So now we already have something quite beautiful, but we need to add melody to this, right? So this is kind of like a nice little bass line hinting at chords. But now let's add an extra note to give it a bit more depth. So every time we hit this second note within this rhythm, this one, we're going to also play another note. You can pick any note that you like. This is the beauty of this. And then I encourage you to change that note so you're building melody. For now, I'm going to choose this one and we'll move it later. This is note 5. So every time I strike that second note in that rhythm, I'm also going to strike the next note. Right? So now two hands are striking at the same time. that with me. What if we do that same thing but on this chord? And at the same time, we'll use the same note still. We're not moving the melody note, we're using the same note, but changing the chord underneath. See how that sounds? Yeah. Oops. There it is. So by moving the chord underneath but keeping the melody in the same place, that difference between one thing moving and one thing staying exactly where it is, that's what's making this interesting. It's making it somehow melodically interesting, even though this note isn't even moving, right? And by doing that, we're also then creating that role separation. We're able to have two different jobs happening at the same time. We can keep something still while moving something else. And then, once we've practiced that, then that still thing, because we've created that separation in our brains and our hands, we'll be able to move that freely. That's the goal. So let's put those two things together. So we'll play chord 1, then 2. Change and change and change and change and change and change and change. Now to make it even more interesting, where I'm saying and change, why don't we use that as a rhythm for a melody? And change, and change, and change, and change, right? We can choose different notes for that. Let me show you what I mean. And change, right? So at the end of that little phrase, we're just throwing in a bit of interest. And that can happen anywhere on the pan. I'm going up to this note, the 7th note, and on chord 2 I'm going up to the 6th note. So we're shifting, we're creating melody here already. We can also, of course, move the main melody note. So now that you've learned all of those basics, and pause this video and just practice those a bunch of times if you don't want to get distracted by the next thing. But once you've got that, then you have freedom to move around. When you do start moving, make sure though that you are repeating what you're coming up with. Don't just keep moving, 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 because otherwise then there's nothing to latch onto, and that's not necessarily meditative or musical in the same way. We want that repetition so that we've got something that the ear can go, oh yeah, that's cool, before it moves on to the next thing, right? All good music repeats, okay? So even if we move this around, keep it in the same spot for a little while. I'll show you what I mean. Let's move it. I'm doing here is I'm taking the same skeleton that we've just worked on, the same formula, but I'm just moving that melody to different places. Start low and then gently build higher up the instrument, and that's kind of what builds a nice progression. Sounds really intentional, even if you're just making it up, as I was just then. And then that and change at the end of each phrase, move that around as well. And as you start to explore and experiment, you can end up kind of creating these much longer melodies and longer phrases that then repeat, and just make it more and more beautiful while still staying within those same 2 chords. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're looking for even more inspiration, you can check out this video next. Otherwise, keep working on this one. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to see your videos. Tag me on Instagram. Yeah, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.